I'll drop the link right now on the WhatsApp groups so that all right, so we are live on YouTube right now. Let's kick off immediately. Kuda, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. So I'm gonna redo the introduction. I'm Franklin Peters. I'm here today for the NFT Master class. We have Kuda, one of the topmost NFT influencers in Africa, who's gonna be educating us or sharing his knowledge around NFTs and how you can play around it. Kuda, are you here? Kuda, can you hear me? I can see you, but yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, my device was on mute. Hello, what's up, bro? Good evening to you, and a happy new year to everybody who is on this Zoom call. It's a big privilege to be in the presence of all of you. It's a blessing, you know. And let me touch base on NFTs like ASAP. Non-fungible tokens, like they are called. For me, I see NFTs, like the real NFT projects, I see them as companies. I see them as a company because an NFT requires a community of people. Let's say we have 97 people on this call, people on YouTube streaming, and another 100 people on Instagram. That's about 300 people. Let's say we have a community of 1,000 people, 10,000, 100,000 people who actually believe in NFTs and what NFTs can do. And when I say what NFTs can do, I say it in the sense that if you look at the world we live in now, you will see that COVID changed a lot of things. Physical interactions has really fizzled out. You rarely meet up with people except you're going to a club or you're going to a market or you're going to the store. That's basically the only time you get to interact with someone. I don't know if I'm sure that person will be able to testify that it has been a long time since people used banking halls to go and deposit money or to go and withdraw money or to do whatever we used to do in the banks.
We've lost you.
Since I left our working bank straight, I'd like to make. Can you hear me?
We lost you. Yeah, we lost you at some point.
Okay. Well, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's clear now.
Yeah. So, I'd like to make this very, very easy for everybody. You know, because people look at NFTs from the monetary aspect of NFTs. Yes, you can make a lot of money from NFTs. I've been opportunity to make a whole lot of bread from NFTs, and I'm still making a lot of money on NFTs. But then, I think the biggest thing NFTs has done for me is connecting me with just about anybody. NFTs will connect you with just about anyone in anywhere in this world. And you get to talk about a lot of business opportunities. You get to share ideas. I'd like you guys to Google what they call a decentralized autonomous organization, a DAO. An NFT is just automatically a decentralized autonomous organization because a project of 10,000 digital artworks, maybe you sell them at $200 or $150 or $300, depending on the quality of the project. Imagine when 10,000 people mint 10,000 copies of this artwork at $200 or $300. If you do the maths, you see how much you're grossing on those 10,000 copies. Then that's when you get to see what the community is like. All of us on this call, let's say we are into an NFT project, automatically we're a family already. Automatically, we're already a community of 98 people who are on the same mission, who are working, to see the same goal. Do you get what I'm saying? And that is the infinite power of NFTs. You can own Bitcoin and all that, but then Bitcoin keeps it's just between you and the stock market. Ethereum is between you and the stock market. But then NFTs is between you, the NFT, the community. Like it's a very, very beautiful thing that I know that once we as Africans, because NFTs is basically a white man's business now, because it's just white people doing all this NFT stuff. It's a very new thing for us in Africa here. And I cannot wait for we as Africans to really integrate into that market, because you will make a lot of money from NFTs. And at the same time, you're going to learn a lot about the world around you just by, fucking with NFTs. Let me give you a perfect example. I thought I used to use a laptop. Like I was always online on a laptop trying to do some stuff. I thought I knew how to use a laptop until I learned about NFTs. And then I started using the laptop properly. I started seeing more things that a laptop can do. Like I started learning more just because I started fucking with NFTs, And how do I put this? I think the best part of NFTs too is that it can automatically make anybody financially stable if you know what you're doing. Like if you understand the market, if you understand the floor price, if you understand how to flip it, how to buy projects that people are actually looking for. If you're a very good digital artist, you yourself, you can create your own artwork and sell them to, like NFTs is all about opportunity. Honestly speaking, NFTs is all about growth, opportunity in every single aspect of life you can think about. Let me give you another example. There's this White Rabbit project. We minted the first collection sometime December 28th. I think so. That's when we minted the first Zero collection. And Yeah, we've done the zero collection. We even have like a game, like a pocket rocket game, where people just connect their wallets and you can play the game and get high scores from the game and all that. Um, how do I put this? I would have really loved if I could see questions, like I know what I'm really answering to and what I'm saying and how best to put my words together. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, Franklin.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do is to because we have a lot of people that are novices, like entry point people in even crypto and blockchain, not to talk of NFT. So I'm going to start from the basics, from the very basics. For the benefit of those people, NFT, first of all, blockchain, like you already know, is a decentralized ledger where transactions are carried out and everybody can have access to this transaction history. It is open to everybody. Anybody can have access to it. It brings everybody together, whether you're in Nigeria, US, UK, Canada, anywhere, even in the remotest part of the world, you can easily do transactions, of course, right? Own your own digital assets, own your own currencies, and use it for whatever you want to use it for. And while we are still talking about that, NFTs came into the space. So what is an NFT? NFT is non-fungible tokens. For those who don't know, NFTs are non-fungible tokens. So a non-fungible token. Yes, a non-fungible token is tokens that have unique properties, unique features that make them distinct from other tokens. Take, for instance, if you have $1 note, $1 bill, and you give it to someone, and when you come back tomorrow and the person gives you $1 bill, it doesn't matter if it's the same exact $1 bill you gave to the person yesterday that he gave you. It could be another one, right? He could actually tear the one you gave to him, burn it. He could give it to someone else. But as far as he gives you a $1 bill tomorrow, he has given you the same value you gave to him. NFTs are not like that. An NFT is like, if you know this Michelangelo painting, Mona Lisa, so it's more like you give someone a Mona Lisa painting, the original one, and you come back tomorrow and he gives you another painting entirely, right? So that new one he's giving you is more like a counterfeit. It's not the original copy of Mona Lisa. So now that is what makes NFTs interesting. Sorry, I'm trying to mute everybody. So this is what makes NFTs quite interesting. So I'm just coming from a conference where I came as a delegate, and some people are creating what we call autonomous communities. All right, autonomous communities, like a full country on the metaverse. Okay, a full country that is independent of any physical country, right? They are creating a community of people that believe in one particular thing, speak the same language, have their belief system, and these people, irrespective of their location around the world, you may be in Nigeria, but you're a citizen of that country, and they are building this country in the metaverse. So this now brings me to metaverse. So what is metaverse? Metaverse is a digital recreation of the universe, right? The universe is the one created by God. The universe is where we are. You know, you're in Nigeria, you are in Ghana, you are in Cameroon, you are in US. You are in the universe, right? And you can buy property, you can buy houses, you can buy lands, you can buy a phone. All these things are your own, right? And once you pay for those things and they belong to you, you don't share it with any other person. It belongs to you. Okay. So now, the metaverse, on the other hand, is the digital form of of a location where people can live, interact, make friends, do anything they want to do, but digitally. Okay. So, but it is enhanced in such a way that if that you can connect to this metaverse directly, even though you're in the universe. You connect to it through different devices, virtual reality devices. They are like Google's. You wear it in your eyes, and once you put it on, you are like in the metaverse. Um, it's quite funny, but that is how it works, right? And it is built on what we call Web 3.0. So you might also have heard about Web 3.0. So what is Web 3.0? The first version of Web was Web 1.0. It was basically, yeah, someone is asking how we can create NFTs. We are going to get there, right? Like I said, this is 3 classes. Today is the introductory class. Yeah, so I actually think
Yeah, I
you
think people
play.
should send in their message in the chat.
Yeah, if you have a question, you can send it to the chat. So I think I'll handle the
Yeah.
most part of this introductory session, and maybe tomorrow when everybody have understood these things, then it's easy for you to flow. I think that's why you
Yeah,
are not
because
able to
I really,
flow, because a lot
yeah, I
of
really need to know what their questions are and what I'm
are
answering
gonna
to.
be
Because
yes, of course. All right. So how can you interact with the metaverse? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna answer all those questions. We're gonna answer all those questions. So keep dropping the questions on the chat box, and we'll take those questions one after the other. Beautiful. Okay. So those who are on YouTube, drop your questions as well. We're gonna answer all the questions, one after the other when we are done. Okay, so Web 1.0 was a version of the web that sought to recreate newspapers. It's interesting. When the internet was created, first of all, it was more like, okay, instead of you buying physical copies of newspapers, how about you go online and see it, digitally? And then it started advancing into, okay, now you can do calculations on computers. Now you can, play games on computers, all those things. They were like a flat information-based electronic devices, basically. And these devices had no form of connections. It was whatever server hosts or website owners put up that you can interact with. I remember whenever you go online, you could only see, you could read, and then you can interact and maybe send messages and all those things. There was no form of interaction between one person and another person easily until Web 2.0 came in, where that form of connectivity and interaction was introduced into the internet, and that was what the likes of Google, the likes of Microsoft, the likes of Yahoo Mail jumped on, and they won the internet age, right? The information age. That's why it was called the information age. They created solutions that made people to easily log in and connect with other people, and that was Web 2.0. A lot was done with it. A Facebook was created, and someone could log into Facebook using their Gmail account. Initially, when it was a hybrid of 1.0 and 2.0, once you register on a website, you can only log into that website with those unique information you registered on those websites with. Okay, but as soon as Web 2.0 was okay, thank you. Okay, awesome. So as soon as Web 2.0 was advanced, people could easily okay. So people could easily connect to Facebook with their Gmail account. And if you have a Gmail account, you can connect with so many platforms. Even if you don't have account on those platforms, once you connect your Gmail account, you automatically have an account on those platforms. Even like right now, I'm logged in on Zoom, but I didn't create an account on Zoom. I'm logging in with from my Gmail database. Now that is how powerful Web 2.0 became. Is this making sense? If it's making sense, I want you to put some fire emoji on the chat box. I like to see some interaction. Okay, so now Web 3.0 is a different kind of web system. Now, the what do you call it? The drawback or the bottleneck in Web 2.0 is that your information that you registered on those platforms with, okay, you don't own them. Your data, you don't own your data. The owners of those data are the owners of the platforms where you registered. So you go to www.facebook.com and you create an account. You don't own your data, your information. In fact, you accept terms and conditions and you enable cookies, or you accept cookies. Immediately you go to those websites. What you are doing is that you are signing off your identity, your digital footprint from yourself to those companies, and you are giving them access to sell your information or do whatever they want to do with those information, as far as maybe it is not harmful to your life. That's what you are signing, but you did not know about it. So today I'm opening your eyes to that. Now, and that's the reason why Facebook is having some of the issues that we're having before they're now migrated to Meta, which is a very smart move, because Meta is more like they're telling you, okay, we are tired of having some of these issues with you, and we are going to decentralize ownership of this data. So some of those things are the drawbacks of Web 2. Now, Web 3 gives you ownership, full ownership of your data on the internet. So your digital identity, which is due on the web, right, now belongs to you. No longer the platforms where you have registered. It now belongs to you. You decide what you want to do with it. When you are logged in on Web 3.0, you are physically and digitally present on those platforms. And when you log out, you are no longer physically and digitally present on those platforms. Does this make sense? Okay. So you are no longer logged. Once you log in, you are there. Once you log out, you have taken yourself completely away from those platforms. Okay. But in Web 2.0, you can be logged in on 100 devices at the same time. So people, a lot of things can go wrong. You can easily be hacked and what have you. Now, sorry, I'm gonna mute this person. Okay. So this is the difference. These are some of the terminologies that you need to understand to really, be able to get into the world of NFTs and Web3 and Metaverse. So now let me now go back to NFTs. NFTs is digitization and tokenization of data, okay, such that each data is unique in itself while interacting in Web 3.0. I'm going to say it again. It is the digitization and tokenization of data, information, assets, right? And that is the only way you can interact easily on Web 3.0 and retain your identity, okay, using those data. Now, this means that you can own a shoe on the Metaverse, using So for instance, if you post a picture of yourself on Facebook, okay, that picture of you can be copied. Different people can down immediately you upload it. Facebook can use it for anything. Someone else can download it, use it for anything. You don't own. You have given up ownership of that picture of you. Whereas on the metaverse, on the 3.0, you appear not as a picture, but as an NFT. Now, this means that you are your digital footprint, kind of have unique identities that no other person can copy. Even if somebody takes a screenshot of that identity, he can't really do much with it. He can hold it as a picture, but you can lay claim on it. There are lots of things that can be done with it in the future by you, right? You can even sue the person or whatever, and these things are currently in works, okay? Now, the environment where you can interact on the metaverse, like I said, NFTs are the properties, digital properties, right? So where are these properties hosted? If you have a house in the universe, your house gives you a space where you can keep your chair, your furniture, your electronics. You can keep everything, and you can see and interact with those things. If you want to sit down, you can sit down, right? So when you have these unique properties and stuff on the Web 3.0, there should be a place where you can keep them, where people can visit, where people can interact, where you can use them. And that place is called the Metaverse. So the Metaverse is an environment, digital version of the universe, right? So someone asked the question on the chat box, how do you interact with the Metaverse? People have said it before in the past. People have talked about teleporting. These are some of the things we used to see in movies, where people get to interact. Sorry, what do you call it? Where people get to.
Sorry, Frank.
Okay,
Frank,
good.
can I cut in for a while?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, all right.
I would like to explain something to everybody listening. You know how when we became aware of Bitcoin, we have, even till now, we have different reasons why we use Bitcoin. Some people use Bitcoin to grow wealth. Some just use it to transact. We have a lot of reasons why we use Bitcoin. Now, when it comes to NFTs, they are not just tokens. They are tokenized when you mint it. When before, just like you said about posting pictures on Facebook, and someone can just take the picture and post it elsewhere and all that. Even with NFTs, you can post the picture of your NFT somewhere and someone will screenshot it. But then that person cannot get into any Web3 domain with that picture or that digital asset, because the person doesn't have the blockchain contract to that asset. The blockchain contract is embedded in your wallet, any wallet that NFT is stored into. There is a contract, an Etherscan contract behind it. And when you talk about Metaverse is all around us. Metaverse is all around you. Even people in Nigeria right now, I promise you, there are things people have already put just around you virtually, and you cannot see it unless you're putting on, there is a glass we call an Oculus glass. With an Oculus glass, you can basically see, it's just like your second eye to see virtually. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, please, you guys can also use emojis on the chat so that, I know that you guys are following. Awesome. So yeah, with Oculus glasses, you get to see a lot of things around you. You can edit the virtual reality around you. With an Oculus glass, you can build just about anything. And when they talk about metaverse, there are a lot of metaverses in the world we are in right now. I mean, a lot. Sandbox is metaverse. Decentraland is metaverse. Atari Is Metaverse, and so on and so forth. There is a Metaverse I'm developing with a team. Cultis is called Cultiverse. There is a lot of Metaverse all around us, and every single NFT in your wallet is a part of the Metaverse already. Because let's say we decide to bring out a token now of 10,000 pieces flying around all around the world. Let's say there's someone in UK, someone in Singapore that owns those tokens. Automatically, those tokens are all around the world. Automatically, it has spread out everywhere in the community. And like, the power of this community is actually too vast and too deep, in the sense that Board APH Club, for example, is like a family. It's like a company. Every single member of this, like that movie, the Free Guy movie, that just dropped, I think, end of last year. Ryan Reynolds, very, very interesting movie. Another example of Metaverse is Ready Player One. That's actually like a very, very older version of, an older movie. And surprisingly, do you know that we've been seeing hints of all this even before we got to know about NFTs and Metaverse? Like, all these white people, they have been living this life like way, 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 way back. And you can't feed people with your way of life. You have to let people grow up to that way of life, or get exposed to that way of life. Matrix movie, very, very true. Like, I advise everybody in this session to go back and watch Matrix from the first part of Matrix to the last one. It's very, very important, because even if we want, we can decide to live in denial, like, and be like, oh, the only reality we are seeing right now, that's the reality that life operates on. No, life operates on a lot of realities. Like, Harrison Ford said that if a human being is able to use just about 100% of his brain, that we're going to be able to call time portals right in front of us and travel through time. And I think that this time we're in, like this 2022 time, in this era, I feel like it's just a fragment of time from the past, because every single thing happening now, everything we are being exposed to now, it has been there. It's been on the internet, it's been in the web. Even before this Web 3.0, a lot of people have been exposed to the Web 3.0 before now. Now, NFTs will give us the power NFTs will give us the power to be independent, in the sense that, let's say you come from a country like Nigeria, with every single thing happening in Nigeria and how much Nigeria doesn't want to grow. Imagine if this whole 100 people here are together as a community. We bring out a token, and we get people to know about the token and join the community. We've automatically grown that community. And now this community is basically another world of its own, because you get to see that we want to make those things that has not been possible for us possible. Let's say there is someone in the community who is not financially stable. You want to create employment that would assist that person, like a whole lot of other things. That's why I advise that everybody, let's not just look at NFTs from the monetary aspect of it. Yes, the monetary aspect is very important, but let's look at NFTs as the future. Cars are now electric cars. You can charge your car and drive to anywhere. Now there are even rumors of flying cars. Now you can put on glasses and just travel to anywhere and just do just about anything. Do you know that there are NFT projects where you can stake your NFTs for cryptocurrencies? Like, I want you guys to be able to see to be able to be a part of this future, like early enough. I wouldn't like it to be like Bitcoin for most of us who didn't get onto Bitcoin early enough. I would like this NFT thing to be like, I would like people to actually tap into it now that it's early, because believe you me, in the next coming months, everybody in the world will be talking about NFTs and avatars. I swear to God, like in the next coming months, everybody in the world, anybody anywhere that doesn't know about NFTs will know about NFTs one way or the other. Because maybe you want to go to school, you want to go to your virtual online class in school, and you will need one. You know?
Okay. So I'll just cut in from here, and I'm glad you broke down some of these things, and you also pointed out some of the things that some of us, if not everybody, is familiar with. This movie, Matrix. Someone was also typing about Free Guy. These are movies that we have watched that have kind of hinted us on some of the things that are possible, that are going to happen in the future, which is currently happening. I believe some of you also watched Avatar. Avatar also kind of give an insight to what we are doing now. Okay, so basically, bringing it from the downstream all the way up to the mainstream, so that everybody is carried along, because this is 3 sections. We have another one tomorrow, and we are going to have. I'm going to expand our Zoom account to be able to hold up to 1,000 persons. I'm sorry for what happened today. You interact. Okay, just like what Kuda said, in the next couple of months, there are going to be lots of advancements in NFTs and Metaverse that people don't know what is going on currently. A lot of people don't know. If your eyes is open and you get to see what is coming, then you will know that, in the next 1 year, a lot of things are not going to be the same. Okay. All the big companies, I think it was late last year, I made a post. I said that it was around October or earlier before then, around August. I made a post that everybody should pay attention to Web 3.0. I said it's in my BitClout account. I said everybody pay attention to Web 3.0. That is where the next major move is going to come from. And exactly that, NFTs is built out of Web 3.0. Google currently is building on Web 3.0. They are losing almost all their staff to Web 3.0 related companies. So Google right now is getting into NFTs and blockchain, right? Very soon, for you to log into your Gmail account, you can log in with MetaMask, Web 3.0 gateway. And very soon, write it somewhere. Blockchain Oracle is talking now, no longer Franklin Peters. In the next 1 year, Google is going to have their own Web 3.0 gateway, like MetaMask. Write it somewhere. It's going to be Google Max. It's going to be whatever they want to call it, but it's going to happen. Facebook is going to have their own gateway, okay? And all these gateways are going to be, what do you call it, interactive with other ones, right? You will be able to cross interact with all these gateways, okay? You will be able to tokenize your data across these channels as well in the next 1 year. These things are going to happen. Facebook is trying to build their own all-encompassing metaverse, but I will tell you one thing that you have not heard, and it's going to happen, and it is even bigger than the metaverse, and that thing is the microverse. Write it somewhere. In the next 1 month, 2 months, and more, you're going to be hearing more about microverse than even the metaverse. Metaverse is the all-encompassing big or white elephant, while microverse is niche-based metaverse. Niche-based metaverse in the sense that a fashionista, someone who has a boutique in the universe, can own a metaverse or a microverse version of his physical boutique. And microverse is going to be like websites. Write this thing down. It's going to be like how there is the World Wide Web and there is our individual websites hosted on the World Wide Web. So you can go to franklinpeters.com and you have gone to my website, my own version, my own small compartment of the World Wide Web, right? And you can see all the information I provided on my Web 2.0 on my website. Now, that's the same way in the future, you will be able to visit franklinpeters.nft or franklinpeters.bitcoin or whatever. And when you go there, you can put on your what do you call it, your Oculus glasses, and you are in my world. It is my microverse of my website. So whatever information you can, when you come there, is as if you stepped into my office, right? You'll be able to sit down in that office. You'll be able to read books on my shelf in that office. You will be able to see me physically. And as you are seeing me in that microverse, you're actually with me for real. Because wherever I am, I'm also connected. And if I log off, if I disconnect my Oculus, when you come, you won't see me, I won't be available. But guess what? And this is the highlight of this meeting today. Franklin Peters, I'm going to be hiring people. I'm going to hire a secretary that is going to be available to welcome you to my office when you come to www.franklinpeters.com. And you're going to see me. You're going to see her, whoever it is. You're going to see, you're going to be able to play games, to be entertained while you are waiting for me. And when I'm done with what I'm doing in the universe, I put on my Oculus glasses or whatever I have, and you're going to see me. I'll come to the office and I'll welcome you, and we can sit down, we can chat, right? There are companies that are creating gloves that will make you to be able to feel things as you hold them, right? So this is going to be huge. It's going to be huge, right? You heard this from me for the first time. If it sounded amazing, I want you to put some fire emoji on the chat box, because remember, the difference between me and a lot of other persons in this space is that I'm blockchain oracle, and you can't take it away from me. I don't talk from what you read from books or what you see on the internet. It comes, you understand? And that was the realm I just got into. I just spoke it, and it's going to happen, right? So pay attention, microverse, and this is going to be huge, because when you're talking about metaverse, it is large. Yeah, people can connect with APIs and people can be able to build on the metaverse using the APIs, but they're going to build based on the specifications of the owners of those metaverses. So Facebook is going to give their own specification of how people can build on their metaverse. Google will be able to give their own, Google will do their own metaverse for sure, right? But any company that gives more access for microverse will win the race. The same way there is the race of, what do you call it? There is currently the race of who is going to the space, right? That is the same way, like Blue Origin is doing their own thing. What do you call it? SpaceX is doing their own thing. Galactica, Virgin Galactica is doing their own thing. That is the same way everybody is trying to say who is going to win the race. Now, this is the same way any company that focuses on niche-based metaverses called the microverse, they are going to win the race of the whole metaverse stuff. Okay, now
Mr. Peters.
this is more like yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, I just want to say a few things before I jump off because I have an AMA in a community in a project I'm working on. The thing is, I see I saw a question in the comment box like, how can we make NFTs for free and all that? And I would like to clarify this today. Except someone sends you an NFT for free. I have not seen anybody who made an NFT for you can create avatars for free on Sandbox, and some other platforms allow you to create your avatars for free. But then nothing in life is free, because even when you're going to Sandbox, you're going to have your data. Nigeria is not a country that has free internet or anything. Every single thing NFT, even when you're minting your NFT, it costs to mint an NFT. Even if you're minting on the Solana network or Ethereum network or Polygon network, anywhere you're minting, there's what we call a minting fee, there's what we call a gas fee, there's what, everything. That's why it's like a business. That's why I call it a decentralized autonomous organization. It's a DAO. Every NFT is a company of its own, it's a community of its own. So the thing I'm trying to say in essence is, everyone who is hopped on this call and they would really love to buy into the future, because I call this buying into the future, and they would love to buy into the future. For example, when Bored Ape Yacht Club, the Bored Ape Yacht Club that you guys hear about, I minted my Bored Ape at 0.07 ETH when it was minting. But you cannot buy Bored Ape at 0.07 ETH now. It's not possible, except it's maybe someone gives it to you. So the importance of buying into this project when it's still like a fresh project, I cannot express it enough. My biggest advice to anyone who wants to get into the NFT space is always look for projects when they are still at the minting stage. Because when you mint it at just about very cheap. When it's done minting and it moves to the secondary marketplace like OpenSea and Raribles, all those other secondary marketplace, Magic Eden. Once it moves there, it's selling. Once it gets there, it's selling at the secondary market price on all these marketplaces. So basically, it's just like saying, "Oh, I bought Ethereum at $100, and I kept my Ethereum that I bought at $100 for maybe 1 month or 2 months, and now my $100 Ethereum is worth $1,000 or $10,000." That's the concept of NFTs. If you're looking at NFTs from is there a way I can get NFTs for free or make an NFT for free? There is a very, very extensive work behind NFTs. Imagine right now, if I've not made money from NFTs, I've made over $1.6 million on a very, very low key. And I'm still working very hard on NFTs every day. So imagine if we can jump on this kind of calls. Once you're fucking with NFTs, you're going to have to network that NFT all around the internet. You have to tell people about it. You have to network it so that people will know about this here art piece, and they know, okay, it's just like saying you own a Rolex watch, or you can, if you buy Rolex watch from the streets, you basically bought a fake Rolex watch, or an AP watch, or a Ferrari, or a Gucci jacket. If you buy it in the street, basically you bought the fake one without certification. And that's why it's good to do your research in every single NFT you want to buy into. You make sure that the artist is blowing up, or there's utility behind the project. And when I say utilities, I mean utilities like let me still use Bored Ape as an example. Bored Ape, they throw yacht parties where you get to meet all the superstars, like let's say DJ Khaled, Future, all these people that own Bored Apes. Whenever Bored Ape throws a party and they want to attend that party, you're going to meet these people for free without paying a dime, just because you own a Bored Ape Yacht Club. That's utility. And that's why I say this is basically just you building or buying into a community that is going to take over the future tomorrow. Franklin, I've talked about a lot of things with Blockchain Oracle, a lot of great, wonderful things that will really change the Nigerian economy, the Nigerian space, and the world in general. Why I'm saying Nigeria is because I'm from Nigeria, and I know that more than anything, I'd love to see what we do with NFTs and how much we use it to create to change our country. Even artists, if you're a musician, you have a very huge opportunity with NFTs. Anything you're doing, you have a huge opportunity with NFTs. If you're a web designer, you have a huge opportunities with NFTs. If you're a digital creator, you have a huge opportunity with NFTs. Anything you can think of. If you own a business in Nigeria, even if you're selling, if that business you own in Nigeria, let's say you print receipts for someone, this is the biggest hint I give to every single business owner I meet. Let's say anybody that buys something in your store or in your shop, you give that person a receipt when they pay with their card or whatever it is. Imagine minting those receipts. Let's say maybe you mint 20 receipts or 30 or 50. You tell yourself, okay, from February till the end of February, the first 20 people that I talk to about an NFT that buys this idea, anything they buy from my store while I'm talking to them, the receipt I will give them, I will make it as an NFT. You find how you integrate that receipt into an NFT and you mint it to the people who actually buy your idea of NFT. Let's say you mint just 20 receipts. Then you put the utility behind that receipt that if you own this receipt, anytime you come to my store to buy something, I will give you 10% discount just because you own this receipt. If tomorrow that person sells those receipts you gave to the person, you're making money from that receipt too. Already you're putting your business on the map, because when that person leaves that store, he will tell people, wow, can you imagine the kind of beautiful thing I just saw now? I bought something from the store. I got my receipt as a digital asset, and I even got 10% each. Anytime I shop here, anything I buy, I get a 10% discount from it. You're putting your business on the map automatically. It's like, wow, like the possibility is so vast that the more I think about it, like, I don't even know what to say, because anything I think of, I can integrate an NFT into it. Let's say you're an artist and you host shows in Nigeria. You can decide, okay, I want to do a show on February the 14th. The first 100 people to buy the ticket of this show are buying NFTs. When they come to the show, they are coming into the show, they are getting.
Can you put my video? Okay. Okay, so it seems we lost him. If you can hear me, can you indicate on the chat box? No. Okay. So I guess we actually lost him. All right. So yeah, he
Hello?
was. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, my network fluctuated
Yeah.
for a second. So, like, you're giving these people a lifelong, like, you're giving them a key into your world anytime, anywhere. And that's value. Because the world we have been living in, it has been very, very hard to find someone you can trust, or someone that can actually give you value for even 1 cent or 1 dime. Like, we walk into stores and you can walk into ShopRite now and spend 10 million naira in ShopRite. That 10 million naira is gone. You don't get anything in return apart from what you just bought. Imagine walking into ShopRite, spending 10 million naira, getting an NFT that makes it possible for you that anytime you come to ShopRite and you spend money, you're getting a discount for this or that. You can even come during a starting period if you're in their community, and anything you buy that day might just be free for you because you own their NFT. So when I talk about NFTs, please, 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 everybody on this Zoom call, you have the obligation to educate people about NFTs if you yourself want to grow in the NFT space. You have to
Awesome.
educate other people. You have to tell them about it.
Awesome.
Because
All right,
it's going to change your life.
Yeah.
Frank, I'm going to hop off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It was good having
I have
you
an
on the
AMA
session.
to get
Awesome.
to.
Awesome.
Yes, but I'll hop in if you guys are still on here. I think I'll just put myself on mute and do my AMA thing. Then I'll just be reading the conversation. All right. Okay, everybody.
Thank you. All right. So actually, we're rounding off because we're going to have a next session for tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to start talking about opportunities in NFTs and Metaverse, how you can start, how you can be able to know the right NFTs to jump on, how to flip those NFTs practically, how to make money on NFTs, literally triple or 10x your net worth on NFTs, how you can, so we're going to be more in depth on tomorrow's session. We may not be able to answer all the questions that came into that. I'll try to answer as many as possible, but tomorrow would continue. Then aside from that, next tomorrow, we're going to also kind of do much more in depth as well around NFTs. And then every other week, this very community is going to, we're going to be having thought sessions. I call these thought sessions where I'll be sharing ideas, concepts, opportunities in tech, blockchain, and it's going to be premium. The knowledge you get from this are paid for heavily, right? They are paid knowledge and opportunities, but you are literally getting it for free right now. So take it as serious as possible, and let's grow the community. And also before we call it a day, we have, like I said, I'm the CEO of Boundless Pay, Boundless Nexus. Boundless Nexus is a tech corporation. One of our products is Boundless Pay, which is a crypto wallet, an all-in-one crypto wallet. And we have our token, the Nexus token. The Nexus token is our gateway to DeFi, NFT, and any other thing aside from payments, aside from wallet, any other thing that has to do with blockchain and tech. Nexus token is our gateway to that. We're going to be having our own microverse. We're going to have our own microverse. We're going to be building on multiple existing metaverses. We also are going to have our own NFTs, of course. So for you to benefit and be take first mover advantage, like what could have said. One of the ways, imagine like he minted Bored Ape NFT at 0.07 Ethereum, if I'm correct. And he right now, the floor price of the cheapest Bored Ape NFT is over $400,000. It's over $400,000. Now, this is going to give you an idea of how rich Bored Ape NFT holders are, in net worth value. All right, and how was he able, or how are these people that are holding this Bored Ape NFT able to accelerate very quickly? It's because they were able to mint this Bored Ape NFT at a very low price. And right now on the secondary market, the price is much more expensive. So I'm going to be talking about secondary markets and primary markets tomorrow as well. So for you to enjoy the benefit, first mover advantage of minting NFTs on our network, the Nexus protocol, your wallet will have to be whitelisted. And whitelisted wallets are people who participate on our private and public sale. So Nexus just flagged off our private sale of our token. Our token, Nexus token private sale, you are going to be able to buy it at 50% discount from the price it will be listed on exchange. So 50% discount means you're already doubling your money buying it on the private sale. But the minimum amount you can buy is $1,000. So you have two benefits. First, you're already making almost 100% profits within 1 month of buying the token. So this means if you bought $1,000 worth, you're already having $2,000 at purchase. So that is an advantage you are getting. And then when the token lists, there's possibility of 10 multiple X. It could do 10X, 5X, 20X, 100X. I don't know. But we have a lot of VCs that are weighing in on boundless pay. And you already know me. I don't relent. Whatever I want to achieve, I achieve it, and nothing stops me. And that is the power of consistency, focus, and by the grace of God as well. I can't undermine that. So you want to be part of this. The second benefit is that your wallet is going to be whitelisted to be able to be first set of people to mint our NFT at a floor price. So I want to end with this. I'm going to answer questions. Someone's hand is raised. I'm going to let you unmute yourself and ask your question. Tomorrow we'll continue. Aguero, you have a question. Feel free to ask. And then the rest of the people, you can drop your question on the chat box. We only have 5 minutes to answer these questions and end this session. Aguero, okay, please.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I wanted to find out how we can buy, but since you said tomorrow, my question has been answered.
Awesome, thank you. So if you want to learn how you can participate on a private sale, tomorrow it's going to be practical sessions we are going to hold. You'll get to know how you can join the private sale of Nexus token. Like I said, it gives you an advantage. First of all, you're already 100% in and 200% profitable at purchase. And then your wallet is going to be whitelisted so that you can be able to make profit. You can be able to mint our NFTs at the floor price. And you can't imagine the values that we are going to pack into the NFT, the Nexus protocol NFT. We're going to talk more on it on the third class, which is next tomorrow. I love you all. I really appreciate that you joined this session. I don't take it for granted. And it is a lot of value I charge per consultancy, but this has given you that access directly. So it is more like we exchanging value. See you guys tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to answer all the questions on the chat box, but by next tomorrow, we'll give enough time to answering questions. One more person has his hand raised. Once you ask your question and it is answered, we'll end the meeting. Gospel Martins.
Yeah, good evening, faculty.
Good evening.
So I joined late.
Okay.
Please, but for tomorrow, if you could, for newcomers like us that don't really know much about NFTs, I think you're somehow you've tried your best, but I think you're still a little bit technical for people like us. So if you don't mind, by tomorrow in the next section, to be more simplify it a little bit. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right. So this session was streamed on YouTube. I think at some point I really brought it back to level 0. So the Zoom link is going to be shared on. Are you on our WhatsApp group?
Yes, I am.
All right. So you can go and watch it again, so that tomorrow we'll take it from there. Thank you all and have a good night rest.
Thanks, I appreciate it, man. Good night.
You're welcome. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. Thank you, everyone. Good
night. Thank you for the help now.